and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to talk about how the new Corvette C8 ZR1 is actually ruining the aftermarket performance industry for shops like mine. The reason being is that it is so darn good, and I'm going to get into that in just a sec while I figure out where I want to stand for this video. As you guys can tell, I'm on vacation right now. I'm on Royal Caribbean's Wonder of the Seas. It's actually wonderful, but I want to keep up with awesome content, up-to-date content, so I'm making this message right now, which is probably not the best thing to do, but I'm doing it anyway. So getting right into it, the C8 Corvette ZR1 was expected to be 850 horsepower. This would have translated to somewhere between 750 and 800 rear-wheel horsepower. For comparison's sake, the Z06 comes in around 600 rear-wheel horsepower bone stock. So a very big increase over the next model, and a respectable one at that. And the key here is that the Stingray or the E-Ray, which are the only two platforms available for tuning for the C8, can get there with some simple modifications, namely a camshaft and tuning. But the Z06 does not have tuning available, and the ZR1 will not have tuning available, at least not for the foreseeable future. So to lock the aftermarket parts out that way. Now, when Chevy decided to come out with this, they decided to lay down the gauntlet and come out with 1,064 horsepower, which is absolutely insane. And that will translate to somewhere around 950 plus or minus rear-wheel horsepower, which is going to be unattainable by the aftermarket industry for reasonable levels. Like the drivability, all that fun stuff, we kind of get that wiped by the lack of transmission tuning. So a lot of that stuff that we're looking forward to being able to getting into, still not there yet. And we're in trouble because aftermarket-wise, we might not be able to ever build a car as good as Chevy just did. This is a big issue for shops like mine because, darn it. This is a big issue for shops like mine because the Stingray comes in around 440 rear-wheel horsepower, which means that the ZR1 will likely be around 500 rear-wheel horsepower more than the Stingray, and also come with a darn factory warranty. GM has really laid down the gauntlet power-wise, and not only that, they did it with what is expected to be a reasonable price point, where if you have a Stingray, you won't be able to upgrade it to this power with the reliability and drivability and a warranty for the amount of money that you could just buy a ZR1 with. Now, people have asked me if I'm getting a ZR1, and as much as I really want one, I'm not getting it because I learned my lesson with the Stingray. When the Stingray first came out and it was not tunable, I created a twin turbo kit, which is awesome. We've got our mid-mount turbo kit, which is phenomenal, love it. It spools instant, just like the ZR1. And it is certainly capable of, as we've made 1,200 plus rear-wheel horsepower out of it. However, until tuning became available for the platform, honestly, I didn't sell jack shit. Like, it was a disaster because of the lack of tuning support. We had to do all these extra things in order for it to get to drive okay, and you'd probably have to clear check engine lights anyway. So it wasn't really very awesome from an end user standpoint because of that lack of tuning ability. And we still have some of that because we don't have access to the TCM, which we have to do some other stuff around to get around some of the limits there that we do, and it's successful, but it's not ideal. I want to take the factory clutch pack and I want to take it as far as it goes. And on the same note, I'm kind of interested in the ZR1 and knowing where that factory clutch pack can go if I put it in a Stingray, so that might be a future video, maybe a future modification to the whole system. But it's kind of cool what we might be able to learn from the ZR1. Until we get TCM tuning, we're really not going to be able to offer the same level of drivability as the ZR1, and that hurts Papa Zurich's feelings here. I think that that's unacceptable, GM, that you raised the damn bar so high. Like 200 horsepower from the Z06 was awesome. Like, that was what we were expecting, around 850, but to come out with 200 more than that, I mean, just unacceptable. I mean, you guys really ruined the aftermarket for, like, all of us Chevy guys, because, you know, that's one of the heritage things that we have. Now I have a solution for this, and I think it's a really good solution, where how about we come up with a plan that we can void our powertrain warranty. Yeah, give us an unlocked ECU and TCU and void our powertrain warranty. Make it so it's noticeable, so if somebody's trying to buy your car, they just, you know, it starts up and it says no powertrain warranty because computer is unlocked. Something like that. You know, that'd be fine. That way nobody gets screwed in the future, and everybody understands what's going on. Make us go to a dealership, sign some, you know, waiver thing for it, and, you know, away it goes. I think that would be really, really cool and get us back into the game and really make the Corvette a heck of a lot more popular for the motorsports heritage that it is just so well known for. I'm surprised that GM came in and just like slapped the gauntlet down. It's kind of like a Plaid though, in a way. Like you can get it, but should you mod it? Probably not. There's probably not much that you can do besides strip weight out of it in order to make it better than GM is going to deliver it. That's a testament to their production. That's a testament to what they created. But it sucks because they locked us, the aftermarket performance shops, out of those things. Now, since I'm on a cruise ship, let's find out if anybody knows what I'm talking about. We're here with Egon, also known as Landon. Am I allowed to say your name in this video? Perfect. What do you think of the ZR1?
I think it's a pretty cool car.
Do you know anything about it?
No.
What does he know?
Research it.
Hey, Kristen, what do you think of the new ZR1?
Hurry, hurry.
I don't think it has any opinion.
Do you know anything about it?
No.
So I saw a guy in a Corvette shirt around here earlier today, and I'm looking for him. I mean, there's thousands of people on this thing, so I'm probably not going to find him, but like, I'm going to just ask random people if I can't find him. What do you think of the new Corvette ZR1?
I think it's absolutely insane that, what is it, 1,000 horsepower?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even know what are the prices.
I don't know. Nobody knows yet, but it's nuts.
But that's absolutely insane to be on the streets.
Yeah. Thank you. So I wanted to respond to questions from the last video. One of the big concerns from my E-Ray header video was that the price wasn't worth the gain. And like I tried to explain in the video, we're removing bottlenecks. It might not be worth the gain to get 19 rear wheel horsepower for that amount of money. So the cost of the headers plus the tune, 19 rear wheel horsepower, that does seem like it costs a lot for it. In fact, I know it does. I feel that. But what you guys have to remember is we're removing bottlenecks and the factory stuff's so good. Is it worth it to do just headers? I don't know. I think doing headers and a camshaft, that's when the headers and cat upgrade is actually going to start shining. That's between you and your pockets. You make those decisions. Like, is it worth it for you? I don't know. Is it worth it for me? Honestly, I don't know that just doing bolt-ons, it's worth it for me, which is why we have a progression series going, and I think that that's going to answer those questions in the future. Someone asked, why keep the cats on there? And honestly, it's why not? Cats of today are way different than cats of yesteryear. As you guys know, our CSP headers with the same cats on it goes well over 1,000 rear wheel horsepower. I actually want to make sure that my packages reflect that we are doing things where Ipa, if you guys have seen the Simpsons movie, Ipa, isn't, you know, barking down our throats. Another person asked why they thought it was necessary to put EGT in the header. Yes, if you saw the E-Ray video, you know that the header, it's the same but different. Same but different. Well, our thoughts on that are that the EGT sensor is part of the auto stop start feature. Also, if you're in stealth mode, starting off in electric only mode, it does either do the cat warm-up or doesn't do the cat warm-up when the engine starts, basically taking the temperature of the cats, the rising heat that comes through there, and saying, hey, we don't have to do cat warm-up again, depending if it's been run. So we think that the EGT is specifically part of those two things, the auto stop start and also the stealth mode. So thanks for watching today's video. I'm gonna go back out and explore the world here. Appreciate you guys sticking with us, and we'll be back next week with more substantial content. Adios, or I don't know what language they speak here. Something like that, probably.